Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite questions. It's a question I have answered numerous times, and I still love answering it because it's easy to answer and it illustrates not only the point in question, but a wider one about how we limit our thought. We block ourselves in, and sometimes we can't recognize things that are all around us. We will proclaim something as impossible or hard to understand when it is easily demonstrated that it is possible. So I got a message, and I'm going to read the whole thing because it's funny. Okay, so, Bo, I know you said you don't advocate for it now, but I'm very curious about something you said. I get your end goal is just people doing the right thing all over the world, but to get to that point, we'd have to, by your own admission, go through a phase of open borders. I'm just not sure how to picture such a world. Different countries have different laws. They have different taxes. They have different governments and concerns. These legal jurisdictions would have to still exist to represent the people, in theory. Nice addition. How can someone travel between these jurisdictions without that jurisdiction clearing them? How would people traveling know the different laws? What happens if you break a law in one jurisdiction and then go to another? One of the reasons I love your channel is because you make the abstract concrete. I love freedom and I want to give it a chance. I want to understand how this is possible. I need one of those weird analogies that makes me facepalm for not seeing it before. Okay, so the concerns, the different laws, different taxes, extradition, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's a concern. You'd need an agreement. You described it. There would be an agreement governing the different nation states that have opened their borders. It's really that simple. That's probably still pretty abstract. So let's do it another way. You already live there. You live in this society. If you live in the United States, you live in this society. When you travel from Tennessee to Georgia, you don't go through a checkpoint. But we've limited our thinking because we think of it in the sense of the United States is, rather than the United States are. United States, plural states that are united. They have a governing agreement, the Constitution. Open borders is already here. We live in it. You get taxed where you work. I guess maybe in California you get taxed where you live. I think that varies. There's extradition. You know that when you go to Colorado or Nevada, you can do things that you can't do in other states. This world that seems so impossible, it's already here. We've lived in it. It exists. When you're talking about it on a global scale or a regional scale, it's just adding new states, adding more areas, more jurisdictions to that agreement. That's really it. This isn't a groundbreaking or controversial thing. We already live in it. We just don't think of it that way because we've limited our own thought. We've defined ourselves so much by that flag and those lines on a map that we can't imagine a better world. We can't imagine a world without it. We should probably start. Is this something that can be done with a high rate of success today? Not really. We need to address some inequality issues around the world first. That would be step one. Now, could it be done regionally, like between the US and Canada? Yeah, tomorrow. Wouldn't change a thing. It wouldn't matter at all. There wouldn't be a flood of people heading from Canada into the US. There might be from the US to Canada, though. But even if that happens, which is a concern when people talk about it, understand that when more people show up, well, they produce and consume. It helps the economy. It doesn't hurt it. Yeah, in the beginning, there would be a run on entry-level positions. That would happen, unless we address inequality first. But the idea that this is impossible, or that it's hard to imagine, it's real easy to imagine. We already live there. You're probably facepalming. But if it makes you feel better, I have been asked this question literally 100 times. It's something in American psychology. We just don't think of it that way because we define ourselves more as Americans than Floridians or Georgians. But we already have states with open borders. So it's possible. It's easy to imagine if you try. Let's give freedom a chance. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.